get rolling. All right, guys, happy January 24th. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Got a lot of stuff to talk about, but before we get started, as always, we like to introduce our guest. And so we have a few guests on the line. First off, Mr. Jermaine Hightower, my man. How do you know Tony? Welcome to our meeting. Go ahead and tell us how you know Tony, and thank you for being here. You're muted, bro. All right, we're going to give 1, 2, 3, and we're going to keep on moving. Jermaine, nonetheless, thanks for being here. Do we have any other guests on the line today, or team members? Do you have somebody on the line that you'd like to introduce? Going once, going twice.
I have a guest. Okay is on the line. So okay.
Okay. What's up, big dog? I've seen you at a couple meetings the last couple days. How you doing, my man? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm doing well. Good morning, everyone. My name is Okaden Chukwu. I met with Kenny, I believe a couple of weeks ago. And since then, my brain has been on overdrive. And I attended a couple of meetings yesterday. Very exciting, took a lot of notes. And so I'm a real estate broker. I've been in the business for a minute. I went to talk to Kenny because I figured there must be more I should do. And I'm doing okay, but I know I can do a lot better. And that's pretty much what this is about. So the couple of meetings I attended yesterday was very exciting, listening to the open house strategies and what people are doing and things like that. And, you know, so pretty exciting stuff. I'm excited to be here.
Wonderful. Well, I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for attending. Thank you for attending coaching, my man, and appreciate you being here and hopefully take a lot of value out of this. Brittany, I want to go over to you. Brittany, officially welcome. I've been seeing your name on tons and tons of email thread. Got to meet you at Focus and Fire, Holiday Heat, but big warm welcome to you as well as to your team. Do you want to say something to everybody?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really, truly excited to be here. All the help I've gotten so far has been really great and everybody's been super nice. And then also wanted to introduce one of my team members I brought over, Martin. He's on this meeting as well. And then we have a couple more people who are coming on.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. I know that you are going to blow things up here with you and your team. So congratulations and thanks for choosing us. Jermaine, you want to try one more time, big dog?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
All right,
go ahead
cool.
and introduce yourself, and how do you know Tony?
Yeah, I met Tony on a phone call. We had a great conversation. I expressed a concern about wanting to join the team and learning more about getting a license. He offered me the opportunity to come on board here at the phone call today and see what kind of opportunities might be here.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. Well, welcome, and hopefully you take something of value out of this meeting. And we'll obviously give you some more information about how to get your license, so on and so forth. So thanks for being here. I see a quick face on the screen that I wanted to introduce, Neri Hernandez. You'd like to say hello to everybody. Officially, we got some big news. We'll get to that in a few minutes. But Neri, go ahead and say hello to your fellow team members.
Hi, good morning, team. I'm very happy and excited to be here. Very excited to learn something new from each and one of you, and very thankful for all the help I've been getting so far. So very happy.
I love it. Love it. Yeah, so we're going to come back to Neri in just a couple minutes. She has some big news, big announcements. So without further ado, if we don't have any
there's Benjamin on the call, but I think he's at work right now, so I don't know if he's going to introduce himself, but he found me and Kenny when we first joined over from Climb, and he's getting into it. So
love it, Dewey. All right, hello, Benjamin. Oh yeah, I remember me, Ben from SoCal, right? I think Ben lives in SoCal, Dewey, right?
Yep.
Awesome. What's up, Ben? Welcome. Thanks for being here. I'm going to turn it over to Karina. Karina, let's go through the quick teaching moment of the week. So without further ado, our Oracle, let's hear from you.
All right. So today's quick moment is about best practices for showing property out of area. I know a lot of us on the team, we're really collaborative, and these are just some things to kind of keep in mind. One, be courteous. No one wants to feel used. Be sure to reciprocate on a partner, sale, or, be courteous around asking people to help you out. If you don't know the area the client is interested in, refer that client out or partner up with somebody that's a local expert. If you're willing to work outside of your normal geographic area, there's plenty of us that do. Be sure to invest in a reciprocal MLS key. There's usually a discounted rate for that. Learn the local ordinances and be prepared to spend some time educating yourself on the various neighborhoods, comparative sales. Don't expect other people to do your work for you. Think about it from the client care point of view. Would you want somebody to be sending you off to a stranger to open homes for you multiple times? Is that showing agent going to be prepared with the inevitable questions that come up? If they're having meaningful conversations with that client, or the client gravitates toward that showing agent, agency duties can become muddy, and procuring cause can too. Always get the agreement with the showing agent in writing. If there's going to be compensation, if there's any compensation, it should be passing through your EXP broker. What are the expectations between the agents? And then last thing, many clients already have a negative view of agents, thinking that we're door openers. So let's work together to make sure that we treat each other professionally and shift in a positive direction. Thank you.
Yep, I appreciate that. And you guys, unfortunately, consumer reviews of real estate agents is a very, very low number. So we have to own that. Karina, I know we have another update. You want me to do the update about open houses? I think that's going to obviously be a big one.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for that one, but EXP revised their policy and procedure manuals and independent contractor agreements at the beginning of this month. And one of the updates was that we are no longer allowed to host or have others host our open houses outside of EXP. EXP was kind of behind the curve. Like a lot of companies already didn't allow for this, like Compass, Coldwell Banker, Redfin. But now EXP explicitly wants only other EXPers hosting open houses. So that's the rule. I didn't make it.
And we'll make sure to put this in the Oracle's update as well. So you guys, I know we have been training on this and showing you how to find open house opportunities outside of the brokerage, but we were an anomaly to all the other brokerages. And so now that has changed. And so we just have to adjust as we always do. So let's move on to our slides for the week. And let me go ahead and present this. Boom. Full screen. And let's present this. All right, guys, so let's get right into this. Obviously, we're going to get into our community involvement and community contributions. I know quite a few people were doing events over the last couple of weeks. I know Joellen did an amazing event over the weekend. She's already seeing traction from that. So I want to turn the mic over to you guys as always, and let's hear about community contributions. What's going on in your neighborhoods? What are you guys doing? Who would like to share? Grab the mic and share with the team. So Maria, let's hear from you first.
Good morning, everyone. So this Saturday in the Sacramento office, we are having Moms, Money, and Mimosas. It is going to be around the subject matter of financial trauma. So a lot of people are carrying trauma when it comes to finances and to money. So I have a financial strategist. She's one of my partners in crime, and she's going to be talking about how to get out of financial trauma and then how to go about buying real estate. That would be with me. And so that's this Saturday from 10 to 12 in the Sacramento office, Moms, Mimosas, and Money.
Beautiful. Can dads go too?
Yes, dads can go too. You know, she happens to be she's focused a lot on women organization and women's ministries and women. Unfortunately, again, nothing against the dads or the men folk. Unfortunately, a majority of the time, women are carrying a lot of financial trauma around being single mamas, around, you know, holding that basket, barrier, burden. And so this Saturday, 10 to 12. And I'll post it in Slack under meetings or something like that. I'll see if I can find the link. Thank you.
And shout out to you, Maria. So Maria is the realtor on a mission, literally. And she set out to really accomplish big things in this year. Was it 2 weeks ago you did meditation and mimosas, or was that right? How many people?
Yes, mimosas and manifestations and mimosas.
How many people came to that event?
About 25.
About 25. Place was packed. And then how many people are you expecting this weekend?
Probably about 10. It'll be a smaller crew just to really kind of like, I don't want to say network because that's not really what we're trying to do, but really to inform people that there is another side to the trauma that we have. I mean, I can speak on financial trauma. It took me forever to get over being left in a marriage, holding all the bills. Everything was in my name. And it took me forever. Like to even apply for an apartment was like a scary thing because I was constantly being rejected because of my credit score. I didn't even want to open up mail. I mean, that's how bad it was, to the point that it was scary. And so it took me, 13 years for me to finally buy my own place and get into my own nesting. And I know there's so many people out there that are traumatized like myself. And there is another side to it. And that is healing and restoration and eventually buying your own place again.
With you. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Great stuff. I love how everything is back with a cause and a purpose and a mission, and it feels like it's attached to something that's deeper. So great stuff. Dominique, let's hear from you.
I actually I don't have a date for it yet, but I'm going to be speaking in Marin. This lady reached out to me and she wants to show the documentary Lowballed in America to a group of people, and then wants me to be on the panel. So basically what I've been doing the last year or so, I've been going on different panels, I spoke on KQED Forum. I went to Oakland for the big screening. We had about 75 to 85 people there, and we spoke on a panel there. So we talk about how to review your appraisal as a homeowner if you're refinancing or purchasing, and how to dispute an appraisal if you think it's due to being a biased appraiser. And so I will be speaking next month, and hopefully I'll have a date soon.
Beautiful. Love it. Yeah, we'd love to be out there and support. So great stuff. Any other community contributions, events that are going on in the next couple of weeks, please raise your hand. Going once, going twice. Here's what I see. Oh, Dan Zemberg, let's hear from you, big dog. And then Dominique, if you can lower your hand. Thank you.
All right. So I announced this last week, but reminder for everyone that this upcoming week, Tuesday, the 31st, we're going to be having our first OpCity Summit. It's going to be in the Oakland office. I mentioned before Walnut Creek, but so that we can live stream it better. It's going to be in the Oakland office next Tuesday, 12:30 to 2 o'clock. We're going to have a panel discussion. We're going to have some guest speakers. Anyone who's on OpCity right now, anyone who's starting to get leads or who wants to get more leads to OpCity, come to this, because we're going to be doing a ton of masterminding to figure out how to win and how to get more success out of OpCity in 2023. So hope to see everyone there.
Love it. Love it. Next up, Jeff Phillips, coming all the way in from 98.1 Smooth Jazz.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's
Real
hear.
smooth with it today. No, but on Sunday, so I just got the idea today or yesterday about putting on for the Bang Bang Niner Gang, going to the NFC Championship here in the Brentwood office, throw it on the 80-inch on the 80-inch TV, do a potluck style. So just tapping in, I'm gonna be sending out like a little flyer, things like that. So yeet.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I'm excited. And how many Niners fans do we have on the call today? Quite a few. Quite a few. So here's the thing, you guys. I want you guys to raise your hand and get involved. If there's things that you would like to speak on, if there's panels, if there's things happening at the Association of Realtors, just raise your hand, start getting involved, start speaking more. There's tons and tons of events to get involved with. You guys, I want you to please make sure you mark your calendar. On February 14th, Valentine's Day, we are doing our 2022 year in review meeting at the Oakland office. This is going to be a big meeting. If you are going to be nominated for an award this year, you're going to be receiving a personalized message from us, so be on the lookout for that. We have tons of different categories, not only highlighting our top producers, but all kinds of other categories and fun categories. So it's going to be great. It is not 1990s. It is MTV Movie Award themed. So it's going to be fun. We're putting a lot of planning behind this. So make sure that you guys are in that room. It is the same start time as this meeting at 10:30 in Oakland. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, we're going to be asking some of you to present in different categories. We have a list, so I'll be calling you guys to ask you guys if you'd like to present the category 4 or the category 4. So really, really excited about that. Also mark your calendars. March 23rd, we're going to do our very first Sacramento Mastermind panel. We're going to pull together top players in the Sacramento area. We're going to have Patty Goodspeed there. We're going to have different top producers in the area that are not just EXP. And we're going to come together for like an evolution mastermind panel discussion like we did in Oakland. So really excited about that. Big things that are happening. Molly, Brian, Patrick, Karina were in the lab the other day planning out the entire year for events. So if you think we did a lot of events in 2022, you guys have not seen nothing yet. So Brian, want to go over to you. Let's say what's up. Take yourself off of mute and let's say what's up. Got a birthday in the room. You have it on the screen. So why not say the happy birthday to everyone now that everyone's in the room?
We want to wish our top producer, Jen Oak, a very happy 21st birthday.
Awesome. That's right. Well, happy birthday. Hopefully you have the best lap around the sun ever. Brian, thanks for putting it on the screen, big dog, and appreciate you both. So happiest of birthdays. Let's continue cruising on, everybody. Let's go to new escrows. We got a lot of new faces and we have some usual suspects on. Pat Johnson got into his contract for the very first time. No, this is his very first. Anna Pacheco got into contract twice, and then Roxanne, AKA Honey, and Will K got into contract for $550. Anna, I see you there. Your screen is on. Let's go over to you. Tell us what your strategy was, what worked, how you got these two people across the finish line, and what you are seeing change in the Stockton surrounding areas market. So let's hear from you.
One of them actually came from a lender referral. They had been working with somebody else, fell out of escrow, and she went back to that lender that she had pre-qualified with years ago. So we got her into contract right away. It was the first time I met with her, showed her property, and we got lucky and got into contract. And that was based on a relationship that I had with the other agent. The other one was a client that I've been working with in the summer. They took a break in the fall because, the rates, and they were kind of shy about it. And then they came back over the weekend, wanted to look at property, and we got right into contract. Beautiful. So yeah, people are, the last couple of escrows have been from people that took a break, and I just, stayed in contact with them and was contacting them when the rates, dropped, and we got re-engaged them and got them into contract right away. So definitely stay on top of the people you talked to the past. Note to self.
And I'm sure you're seeing it. We're seeing it across all markets. You've definitely seen an uptick in buyer activity.
Absolutely.
Love it. Love it. You guys, we've talked about this in coaching. A great opportunity for you to create a video is that window of opportunity is going to get smaller and smaller for our buyers over the next couple months. We thought that this might take a little bit longer, but I feel that we're coming out of it sooner than what we anticipated. So what's happening is that the negotiation power, your ability to ask for credits, that's going to reduce and reduce and reduce. What we don't want to get back to is the wild, wild west. And if you guys remember the wild, wild west, it was crazy. Non-contingent offers, $100,000 over asking price. That was the norm. So people don't know this in this market. They don't know what true, true buyer fatigue was. Last year was craziness. And so let your consumers know that you still have a window of opportunity, but that window is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. We're seeing it uptick in open houses. We're seeing multiple offers. Dominique was sharing a story, house listed at 800, winning the contract for 930, and the house still appraised. So we're seeing all kinds of different stories, and we're seeing that buyer demand is heightening and heightening and heightening. So congratulations to you, Anna, on 2 transactions this last week, and let's continue on to the next category. So Joseph Chin and Alyssa Joseph got into contract for $563,000. So congratulations to you two. Let me see if Joseph or Alyssa is on. Joseph, are you on, brother? All right, so Joseph is not on and Alyssa is not on. Well, congratulations to both of them. And let's continue moving on. All right, guys, so next up is Kaleem. We will fix that. For some reason, your headshot had the top cut off, so let us edit that for you. But Kaleem got in contract on his very first deal with Jane, and then Peter and Dewey, Team Pui, got into contract for $694,000. So I would love to hear from Kaleem. Kaleem, I remember when you were coming to meetings, bro, you took your test, I think it was 6 times, if I don't remember correctly. I don't think he's on, but when you guys see Kaleem, give him a huge shout out. I know he's been working really hard to get into contract. Let's hear from Team Pui. I know you guys are, Dewey, you're there in the office. My man, you want to represent for this deal. Tell us what your strategy was and what worked. Going once, Going twice. Can we take him off of mute? Brian. Brian.
What's up?
I called
Oh,
on-
for us? Oh.
I called on
I
dude.
thought
He
you
just
were
wanted to
talking
deal.
about you. Oh, man, I thought you were wait. I'm like, wait. That's somebody Peter met at the gym. Been touring like since I think like Christmas till now. We've been to like I think Pittsburgh, Stockton area, all the way down to Blossom Hill, and they ended up at Ellis Station. So it's been like a week in the making to get this one in contract.
Beautiful, beautiful. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Peter. Note to everybody on here, go to the gym and make contacts with people. All right, so next up, we have a first on here. We do have a birthday escrow, Jen Oaks, $744,000. Congratulations, Jen. Christina Pineda, she got into contract 3 times this last week, but we'll come back to Christina. And then Neri Hernandez got her very first transaction, or very first fast transaction, excuse me. She's been with us for less than a month. So Neri, I want to hear from you. Congratulations. I know you have an amazing mentor. You've been in the office, you've been showing up. So Neri, let's hear from you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, so these buyers, I met them at an open house back in December. And they had already been seeing other properties with other agents, but never really serious with them. And then at the moment I met them, I was able to build that relationship with them. The moment they left, every day texting them. We saw maybe like around 12 properties. And then the property that we got in contract with right now, it was funny because we submitted a lowball offer on that one the first time. It got rejected. They accepted another one. But then that transaction fell through because of the buyer's financing. So the moment we saw that, I called the listing agent, talked to him, negotiated back and forth with him. And we got in contract on the 16th for $735,000. I was able to get them $15K in credits and keep all their contingencies. So
wow, I love it. Congratulations, congratulations. Now, being new to the team, what's been your experience so far? Now you've been working closely with Adrian. Kind of walk us through what your experience has been.
It's been amazing. She's amazing. She's so helpful. The moment, because it was my first transaction. So to me, I had so many emotions going through. I was nervous. I was excited. I was worried. I was scared. I didn't know it was, the offer. This was a probate sale too. So it's like more things on top of a regular residential sale, but she was amazing. She walked me through it. We got on Zooms. We walked through it. Even Karina too, she helped me as well. So really, really grateful and thankful for all the help that I've been receiving.
I love it. I love it. And just little information about Adrian. She used to wear her bangs about this big, and she loves 80s music. And so if you ever want to pair, take her dancing to 80s music. But congratulations to you. Congratulations, Jen. And congratulations, Christina, for getting on the board 3 times last week. Let's continue on. Will and Roxanne got into contract again for $780,000. Let's see if one of them are on and can talk about this deal. Roxanne's there. Honey, what's happening?
Hey, everybody.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Awesome. Go ahead.
Any of this, you guys. I can't take any credit because I've been in Houston for 2 weeks and Will got both of those escrows into escrow. I didn't even know about them.
So it pays to have a team member. It pays to have a partner.
Partner.
Well,
Yeah.
welcome back. Will, do you want to talk about these 2 transactions?
One buyer is Roxanne's lender referral. I got him in contract in 2 weeks, 2 tours. That's it. The other one is our seller. We sold their house in Daly City, so we got them into a contract for a new home.
I love it. I love it. Well, I love this partnership. We were running the numbers from last year. You guys did quite a bit of business together. And so I love this new form partnership as well as friendship that you guys have going on. So congratulations, Roxanne. We're glad to have you home. Congratulations to Will.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, let's continue cruising on. So Eric, being the full-time dad that he is, still out there putting up big numbers, got into contract. I think it was his first day back in the office, was able to ring or hit the gong, $950,000, partnered up with Cyrus on this deal. So congratulations, gentlemen. Cyrus has been a huge help to Eric's business behind the scenes while he was out on paternity leave. So let's hear from Cyrus. Big Dog, let's hear what the strategy was, what worked, and how you got this client in contract. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, this was a flex lead from Eric. He was on leave. It was about 6 weeks ago. They were looking at homes in South San Francisco, so I showed up, showed them a couple homes. None of those really worked out, but I stayed on top of them, sent them listings, and just stayed on them. And then we went out for a couple more tours a few weeks later. Those homes didn't work out either, but I was driving around in the neighborhood afterwards, and I saw a coming soon sign. So I called the listing agent. They just put the sign up the other day. They were going to try to get an off market going. And if not, they were going to bring it to market and fix it up. So we went and saw it that Saturday. They liked it. They were expecting $1,050,000, but Eric and I thought that was bogus, being the condition it was in. So we came in at $950,000. They accepted our offer. And yeah, we're going through inspections right now. I'm hoping to go to the finish line.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. So congratulations to you, Cyrus. Congratulations to Eric, the new dad. And I'm sure he appreciates all of your support on the back end as well, and partnering up with him on these deals, man, because he needed to spend that time with the baby. And I'm so glad that he had you in his corner. So good stuff, Cyrus. Congratulations to Jim Guido. He's not on the line today, but he got his first contract, and it's a big one, 1.135. So congratulations to you, Jim Guido. And let's continue to cruise on. So you guys, we want to honor the people that have been able to elevate out of the advisor program. Cortez was able to graduate from that. Kaylee Mason, Antonio, as well as Sam. They all graduated out of the program. So let's give them a giant round of applause for accomplishing that and moving out of the advisorship program. Congratulations to each of you. Cortez, are you on, Big Dog? Would you like to say something? Like to just pick one person to talk. Let's see, Cortez. Antonio, are you on? Sam, let's see if she's on. All right, I see Sam's otter on. Sam, are you on? Kaylee Mason, going once, going twice. Well, congratulations to you and let's go to the next section. So you guys, this is big, and I should have set this up. I didn't know this was the next one, but Christina Pinedo, we wanted to make you the fast story of the week. 3 pending transactions, total volume of over 2 million. She's a team ambassador. She comes to coaching all the time. She's always there for energy, but she's always there to learn from other people. And we just appreciate you, Christina. She's been a top producer since day one. She's growth minded. She is a super mom. So Christina, congratulations to you. We appreciate everything that you do in our environment, and I love seeing you grow. So Christina, I don't think that she is on today, but when you see Christina, give her a big shout out, give her a big hug, and let her know that she is definitely appreciated. Let's do this. Let's go to marketing resources. I want to go over to Patrick and then Kenny if we have any updates, but Patrick, let's go over to you, Big Dog. I know that we've been producing more content than we've ever produced in the last couple of months, and we'll continue to outproduce the entire market. So Patrick Nissen, you want to give us a quick update? Going once, going twice. Thought I saw Patrick on. Cool. Swing and a miss. All right, cool. You guys, for tomorrow, for Keep It Moving group coaching, you guys have probably seen this dude's face. He's already all over social. He's called the Adventure Lender. Him and I are going to go full tilt tomorrow for Keep It Moving group coaching. Make sure to invite a guest to this. Have them come. This is going to be a fun session. We're going to go through a workshop on how to, really gain more business in the next 30 days. I like Sean's approach. I like his style. I like his originality. So I think it's going to be a really, really good session. So make sure that you guys are on the call tomorrow, 8:30 to 9:30, as always, for Keep It Moving group coaching. Let's turn it over to Kenny. But before we do so, you guys, listen, what just dropped in the general channel, I think it's the general. Yeah, general channel, all the Focus and Fire, all of the holiday heat pictures just dropped. You guys are going to spend some time going through that. I'm sure you guys are going to create tons and tons of reels and stuff, but those pictures just dropped. So go into Slack, get those, and start posting away. Kenny, any updates from you, Big Dog, before we move on?
Yeah, we're sprucing up the content room. It's been a pretty big hit. We hired one of the stagers, Jacob, that did the yellow color room on Creek, my personal favorite stager. to do the other 6 rooms there, including the big one. So he went shopping over the weekend to get ready for that. And then we're in the process of building out a podcast room for Walnut Creek in one of the large rooms towards the back. And then early stage ordering things for Sacramento fast food right now for the interior corner room. Check that out. And then we were just in Hayward yesterday. We need Patrick to come and take a look at the location, but we're going to turn the left room next to the conference room into also a fast food. So we're working on those 3. Those are the 3 locations we're most focused on right now.
So I want you guys to take a quick look now. This is just an artist rendering. So this is for Sacramento. So we wanted to do something that felt a little bit more, I guess, earthy in regards to like the tones and the colors. This will be your backdrop. So what we intend to do is that every single fast booth is going to have its own feel and its own flavor. So you guys are going to see more and more of that. So wherever you pull up, there's no excuse for you not to create content because there's going to be a room set up for you.
Yeah, and then just a tip too, because I started using the content room recently, and the learning curve of it. So we're tricking out adding more things to the Typeform to get clearer instructions for you guys. My suggestion is to, after you film a video, if you have specific instructions, also record the instructions and add it into Google Drive, because there's some language barriers, or when you're kind of being very creative, a lot of things don't intersect. If you want your content to be a little more original, that's just my suggestion, is to like give more instruction, and also go online, do some research, download some emojis, download some pictures, download some charts, the things that specifically you want, and that will make the content way more personalized.
So Cortez, good question. As of right now, you cannot change the backdrop in the fast booth. We want to keep it as it is right now.
It auto rotates. We're adding more and more things to it at this time, but it auto rotates.
So every hour it rotates. What we plan for the future is, I already have the app on the phone. It's not out for mass consumption just yet, but in the future, we plan to be able to have you guys put your own logo behind you. So that is something that will come down the road.
Yeah, we're gonna very simple, because the way the Stream Deck works right now, you press a button, you change the colors and all that. We're adding more colors to it, and then we're in the process of looking at getting a tablet that with the preset different backgrounds, we can just scroll through it. So we're probably gonna get that done in the next week and a half.
Yep, so good question, Cortez. Let's continue cruising on. We have an event coming up, and I think this is going to be a fun event. So this is happening, let me just move my screen here, Thursday, February 16th. It's called Tipsy Putt in Emeryville. This is an event for us all to come together. It is not a Valentine's Day event, but it is along those lines. It's going to be good for networking. Kenny, who are the sponsors? Who's going to be there? Tell us a little bit about this.
I'm not clear who the sponsors are. A couple people reached out, so we will have sponsors. Our goal is to do 200 events this year. I think we have like 70 on the book. So our goal is to do a lot of smaller mixers, smaller events scattered across the Bay Area. So this is the first one we planned out. This location hasn't opened yet. Tipsy Putt is grand opening on the 31st. So, but we went ahead and just reserved that day from 1 to 4 p.m. that day. Where vendors come out, this is a mixer. I think we'll probably do like monthly mixers move forward. So if you guys want to do events nearby you, whether you're in Stockton or Sacramento or Brentwood, just let us know so we're starting to form more of an events committee or department to launch those events. I think Dominique and Christina was working on like a Taco Tuesday thing for Brentwood. So, if you guys want it, you just let us know and we'll work on it.
Love it. Love it. So you guys, really quick, I wanted to bring this up to, let me just exit out of this 1 second. So Sisu, guys, we're going through our stats for Sisu and just looking at full adoption. What we're putting on the calendar, obviously, is you guys are going to see the return of our Hustlers Lunch. Hustlers Lunch is what we do is we break it down to a few categories and we honor the people that have tracked the most in the different categories, from from hours working on their business, in their business, a few other categories. Point being is that I want to make sure that everyone is still utilizing this tool. It's a powerful tool, and I don't need you to get all the way in the weeds on this program. Simply hit record and then go in and track your daily activities. It's really that simple. And then what we're going to do is we're going to plan these cool lunches. Brian picks a culinary experience. We go out, we have some fun, and we honor you. Even if you haven't got into contract just yet, we know that all these behaviors are going to lead to you eventually getting into contract, or actually have the higher propensity to get you into contract. So Brian, we're looking forward to future Hustlers Lunch, but make sure that you guys are adopting that tool, because what we've seen, the people that use that and they use it religiously have had really, really great gains in their business. So anything else before we close out? Open up the mic to everybody.
Vote for Elias.
Vote
for Elias.
Thank you. I appreciate. Listen, you guys, I appreciate that. I wasn't going to plug that at all. But if you guys are wanting to speak on the stage and you guys need a vote, I would be glad to vote for you. So let me know. I'll probably ask you what your topic is and make sure that you bring that fire. But thank you for all the people that voted. I think I was at like 160 earlier. So thank you guys. It means a big deal for me to continue to carry on the voice of this company and be able to share our journey, especially at such.
I need some votes too. I didn't promote you, but I'm also on the list.
Okay, Kenny, I'm going to vote for you right now, and I'm going to vote for you 10 times because I love you. All right. So thank you for all the votes. I appreciate that. George, you had your hand up, big dog. What's up? Please just show us what you're eating. Okay.
Oh,
it's my hometown, bro. Let's see.
okay. I got the chilaquiles that were super bomb. It
Okay,
said
cool.
it was super bomb, so it was the most popular. But I was gonna ask, so how you guys said you guys want to see Sisu more, you highly encourage it. I know I've used it, but probably not to the extent. Like I know you can track like your sales and all that, which I'm not doing in Sisu. So are you guys willing to put together kind of like a workshop to teach us how to go more deep dive in Sisu, or is there somewhere that we can go and do that?
Quick answer, no. And here's why. We are not going to be using Sisu for transaction management because that's all done through Monday. And for us to migrate over to Sisu, that's not going to happen. The number one thing that our team is going to use Sisu for is just tracking daily activities. So the record button is all the things that I want you to focus on right now. There's a lot of functionalities that play along with transaction management. We don't play with it that way. So for right now, just track the things that you're doing because you're doing a lot. And that way we can put your name in lights. And then we're going to get back to sharing Sisu stats once a month with the people that are tracking at the highest level. Yeah, it's just a mess if we were to try to put all of our transactions in Sisu. Anything else? All right, so Cynthia, let's hear from you. Oh, yeah, there's fast class trainings on Sisu, absolutely. Anybody else have anything? All right, Jeff, I'm looking forward to seeing your event for football. I'm down to come out and support. I love that. But you guys, the market has shifted and we thought it would take a little bit longer, but the sentiment and your videos, great opportunity for you to hook people and to create some good content. Is that window and that margin of opportunity is getting smaller and smaller. This could be in emails. You guys can put this in your MailChimp. Shout out to George for creating a really cool MailChimp. He used our template and was able to create something on his own. Help people understand what is actually happening and what is the disadvantages of them waiting a couple months. And so you guys have all the information, right? All the information, all the dialogue. Put it to work, put it in your CRM, put it in your MailChimp, put it in your videos, put it on LinkedIn, put it on Facebook, and really start getting this message out because the market has changed and I thought it would take us a little bit longer. To answer the question, what VA do we reach out to that can help us with our high note? Molly, do you want to drop that in the chat below? It's Cortez had a question.
Cortez, just message me because it depends on what kind of assistance you need. Just hit me on Slack.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. I want to encourage everybody, and Cortez, once we called on you a little bit earlier, but we didn't have any audio for you. Congratulations on graduating out of the advisorship program. But you guys, it's going to be a big couple months for us. Make sure that you clear your calendar for Valentine's Day. Be on the lookout on the calendar for all these events that are coming up. It's going to be a big year for us, you guys. So let's go out there, have some fun, come to coaching tomorrow, bring a friend, tell somebody in the industry to come along. It's going to be a really great session. My plan is to pack the room with at least 120 people, if not more. So let's have some fun. If you guys need me, you know where to find me. I will actually be in the Hayward office tomorrow because I heard that's a cool place to be right now. But no, I'm going to be in the Hayward office. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. And then if you guys need anything, let us know. But thank you for being here. Thank you for all the contributions. And with that being said, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Talk to you guys soon.